is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Flagrant Talk Sports Podcast. It's Moses and Isaiah here.
What up?
With a 2024 opening special for y'all. New year. Flagrant Talk is still here. Took a little break, Christmas break. Hope everyone enjoyed the holidays. But we're back. And there's been a lot of sports going on. Lots of good things going on, but it's the end of the NFL season and we got playoffs coming up this weekend. So why not give y'all our NFL playoff picks for the 2024 playoffs, eh?
Yeah. First off, very happy to be back. Mo and I did take a break, and we will get better at communicating with y'all when these breaks happen. So it's not just like
sorry.
We kind of ghosted. So I will take accountability for that because we've just been busy. I mean, there's no other excuse than that. I had my birthday, and then it was Christmas, and then it was New Year, and then it was all that crazy holiday stuff. Y'all know what it is. But we are so excited to be back. Mo and I last night we're just like briefly talking about these videos and videos to come, and 2024 is going to be awesome. I'm real excited. But yeah, we don't know each other's bracket. It's like every year we're going to give a preview. We're going to make our picks. They're 100% going to be right. We're going to nail it.
We've done good in the past, so
yeah. No,
real quick, speaking of the past, I had my my original predictions back in the day. I just not. I'm not going to go through all of them, but in the NFC, we had 6 of 7 picks similar. The only difference was I had the Seahawks out. You had them in over the Vikings, but the Vikings didn't make it, so equal out there. But my AFC was screwed. I'm not going to really dive into that. I had the Patriots as the 7 seed, and they're the 3rd overall pick in the draft. So, man. I had the Chargers as the team following them up. So I was just completely wrong. But
I will say, so I think we've discussed, Mo and I've discussed doing like running through our picks segments of different videos, good or bad. Because there's some there's a couple brags I have in this bracket, for the most part,
we're shooting a bad percentage, bro.
It's pretty bad, especially. I mean, we're gonna start with a team that I really regret what I've said about their quarterback and team. I've got some crow to eat in this video, so
we have some things to. What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe not repent for, but just, we're looking for forgiveness because it's a new year. Teams did their thing. We were wrong. It's sports, man.
It happens. Listen, and I know y'all don't expect us to be 100% right. We don't expect ourselves to be 100% right.
I want to, but it's not
shooting.
Realistic.
Like there's this one team that made the playoffs, and in our video we talked about it, and I said, hey, I'm not gonna have them in as the 7, right? And I'm not gonna have it. And I had this little all-time greats thing in the background when I said it, and they're actually on this jersey, this Green Bay Packers one. I said, don't sleep, because if Jordan Love can get it going, they're young. But don't sleep. The North is open. The NFC is pretty open. Detroit's got it, which we both got right. So we'll take our ownership for that. But don't sleep. Now, I didn't have them in, so I can't take full credit.
For sure.
But I did say they're that 8th team. They're sleepy. They're sleep.
You were there. You were there all year.
They got in. But let's
get started.
Let's get started with
a little bit of an intro, but we're gonna start it off with a heater. Going from left to right with the Bucs Eagles starting off our wild card matchups. Zay, I'm kind of interested in what you have to say here. Can we before you give your pick, just give me what you got, and I'll do the same.
So quick preface, the Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I said in our video of all the teams in the NFC South, they were the team I went back and watched it because I wanted to be accurate in my statements. I said they are the one team in the NFC South, even though that division is awful, and we all know it, that if they won it, I would be genuinely shocked.
Well, here they are.
And here they are. Quick note, 5 of 6. They've won 5 of their last 6 games.
Was that the thing that you just checked?
That is the thing I wanted to verify.
That was what I wanted to bring up as well, because the Eagles have lost 5 of their last 6, while the Bucs have won 5 of their last 6.
It's scary, and on top of it, the Eagles with all these injury concerns, right? You saw Jalen Hurts' finger. Dude, disgusting. It looked gross. Terrible.
Yeah.
AJ Brown gets hurt. That defense has been abysmal. It's giving up like 30 points per game.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And then you have Tampa. We're like, this is probably a top 10 defense in the league.
Yep.
And Baker, 28 touchdowns, 10 picks. Good season. Again, I will eat crow. And Mo tried to talk me out that quarterback's video of having him as low. And I was wrong. And I even said, I like Baker as a person. I'm rooting for him, but I don't buy it.
Yep.
And now I'm like, man, if you're Tampa, I don't mind bringing him back next year.
He had to have earned a year somewhere if it's not Tampa, dude. Like, he has to play next year. Yeah.
Yeah. And we kind of talked about it where if you're Tampa, I'm not ruling drafting a quarterback out. Like, it's not like Baker's your future. But if you want to bring him back for a year or two and you want to draft a guy, and if Baker decides to like really just Baker it up next year and you want to replace him, that's cool.
Yep.
But as of now, he's kind of earned a spot. This is in the NFC, the game I've went back and forth on the most. And I hate making this pick. I have the Philadelphia Eagles going on the road and beating the Buccaneers. I just have to trust the talent, even though what they have shown me these last 6 games is horrific. They are the coldest team entering the playoffs right now.
Yeah, they are definitely the coldest team. They have been in a downward spiral for the last 6-7 weeks now.
Yep.
You touch on the injuries. While they were gross and looked like they should still play, there's still, that's still a factor. Like, that's a lot of injuries to their offense. Their defense, who we thought was going to be crazy after their draft.
Yeah.
Because they got all those Georgia guys, Jalen Carter. What's the other guy's name? I'm forgetting. Nolan Smith.
Yes. Thank you.
Yep. So we thought their defense was going to be great, but as you said, 30 plus a game, damn near, just not cutting it.
Bad. You can't win a Super Bowl with that.
Baker, you touched on it. His touchdown turnover ratio is better than some of the top quarterbacks in the league.
Yep.
And he earned himself a spot. And you touched on their defense. I said they still have some core pieces from their Super Bowl winning team. So it's a solid defense, man. You went with the Eagles. You went first. I almost got persuaded, but I'm sticking with my gut. I'm sticking with what I've been feeling.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Bucs at home.
Can't be mad.
Obviously not. I don't think it's going to be a big win. It might be a field goal. It might be a touchdown, but I think the Bucs pull it out. The Eagles just do not look good. I don't feel comfortable picking them. I'm going to go with the underdog, I guess, in this situation, even though they're the higher seed. But
so what I will say is, one, I'm not mad. Like I said, this was the hardest NFC game for my brain to like rattle, because it's like, do you trust the team on paper that's better? That team is the Eagles.
It feels like a trap, right? It feels like a trap.
It feels like a trap. We've been talking about it, where I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles went into Tampa and won by 14, 17, and it's like, makes sense.
Yep.
I also wouldn't be surprised if they drop a goose egg. They just completely fumble.
Yep.
And Tampa beats them, and you go, I think both of these teams when the bracket came out, looked at the other team and said, I love it. I'm so happy this is a great
matchup. Yeah.
Yeah. For the Bucs, you get the coldest team in the playoffs. And if you're the Eagles, you get the winner of the NFC South. Yeah. So both sides, I bet, feel real good about this. Slight spoiler, I don't really care who you pick here or who I pick because of who they're going to run into next. But I can't fault you for picking the Bucs at all.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, like you said, tough decision, but just got to stick with the gut, I think.
Yep. I agree.
Well, jumping over now to our next matchup, we got the Lions of Detroit versus the Los Angeles Rams. Homecoming for Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff, technically a little bit. They're both having ties to their old teams in this matchup.
Yes.
Both teams have had interesting seasons.
Yeah.
I would say the Lions at the beginning of the year looked like one of the best teams in the NFC. I mean, they're the 3 seed, but we knew that. We knew the Eagles and 49ers were those top teams, and the Cowboys, as I've been rocking with all year. But love what the Lions have done this year. We knew they were going to take a step up. We both had them as our division winners. So Zay, if you don't mind, I'm going to start this one off. I've been rambling a little bit.
Please.
This was the toughest pick for me personally. Yeah. I just, like I said with the Bucs, I just kind of had this gut feeling since seeing the Eagles. But the Rams offense of Kyren Williams, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, who I haven't heard his name of it. I thought he was injured. I asked Zay last night. I was like, Zay, is Cooper injured? He's like, no, he's just been, it's been Puka's year. But still got Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee. Really, really good offense. Aaron Donald on defense. Basically all I need to say.
All you need to say.
The Lions, on the other hand, it is their first playoff game at home in 31 years. They have been on the road ever since and have taken a lot of L's in that time. I don't know if they've won. They might have, but they've been on the road a lot. So this is their first home game, 31 years. The crowd's going to be going crazy.
Yeah.
The Lions, I did some research. I had to break this one down into like groups, dude. I went down to I had to do O-line research. I had to do all the things.
Yes.
The Lions have one of the best O-lines in the NFL. Been consistent all year based off of pressures, sacks allowed, all that jazz. The Rams aren't that bad themselves. They're a little bit lower, but for me, the deciding factor in this game is going to be the injury of Sam Laporta.
Oh man,
very tough if he can't play for the Lions. He's their second leading receiver. Obviously, they still got Amon-Ra, but outside of that, if Laporta's out, he's probably doubled all game, and they're in trouble.
Yeah.
So with that being said, and with me believing Sam Laporta is going to be out this weekend, I am going to take the Los Angeles Rams to come in. Matthew Stafford coming home, picking up a dub.
Yeah.
Say, what do you got?
So I have a question I'll ask after the fact. I love everything you said. We gave the Lions their props all year. 100%. Preseason, this 100%. Year. I am very happy for that team. Again, I'm a Packers fan, but it makes me happy because it's been tough for Detroit sports.
Dude.
Like,
paper
it's been
bags.
Oh my goodness, man. Like I feel bad. No, I don't want any group of teams to be that bad. So
and it's Lions all squads. I mean, hockey's just starting to turn up, but it's been all their teams as of the last few years. Yeah,
it's been a struggle, man. Yeah. So it makes me happy to see the Lions doing well. I think they ran into a buzzsaw. Like you said, there's gonna be a lot of emotion with this game.
Yep.
First home game in what 31
years. Yeah. It was 93.
And the Lions, after such a successful season, run into a Rams team who has won 4 straight and 7 of their last 8, who are on a tear. Sean McVay, we know what he does come playoff time.
Yep.
And again, the Rams are another team. Let me eat crow. I was wrong.
I was extremely wrong. I was extremely wrong.
And it wasn't one of those things where it's like they don't have talent. I genuinely didn't I feel like I know quite a bit of ball, right? I wouldn't have a sports podcast with Mo if I didn't. I do it for a living as well. I couldn't name like any other defender besides Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being honest.
I got to be honest. I don't think I could too. That's why I said Aaron Donald. That's all I need to say because I couldn't think of anyone else.
He's incredible. Yes. And him alone is like he equals like 4 all pros on his own. Like, that's how good he is. In the same way, I think Myles Garrett, who we'll touch on later, does as well. But it's one of those things. I think losing Laporta, who has been the best tight end, not rookie tight end, the best tight end in football.
Yep.
Getting him injured that last week, you saw Amon-Ra get interviewed after the game, and just you could tell how disappointed he was. Like, damn, like that's a really big loss.
Yes.
So I will say, I think this game is a shootout. I think if you're a bettor, whatever the over is, I feel pretty good about it. I'm joining you. I have the Rams winning.
Yep.
This feels like one of those games where if the Rams win, it's going to be like, yeah, that makes sense. It's McVay in the playoffs. Stafford's got a little something to prove back in Detroit. Mm-hmm. In the same hand, the Lions won the NFC North. They've been an amazing team. They're at home.
Yep.
I get it there too. The question I did have for you is I saw it post-game after the Packers-Bears game. Okay. J.J. Watt and some of those guys were having a debate. Will the Lions hold a pre-game video for Matthew Stafford before this playoff game thanking him?
They got it, right? Dude. I feel like they might go more of the they're going to do an opening video the last time they were in the playoffs and at home. And then maybe give him just a little flash of when they brought them to the playoff. Maybe just a little something. They got to do something though. There's no way they could just ignore that. It sounds like you disagree.
No, I genuinely just wanted you to talk. I didn't want to cut you off. I wanted you to just I've spent some time thinking about this too, where I'm like
they have
to. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I think if they meet in the regular season, no doubt.
It's 100%. Yeah.
No doubt.
Playoffs, it's a little tough.
Playoffs, no. Yeah. I say no, and it's no disrespect. It's not a Stafford FU. He was amazing in Detroit. Yeah. He was incredible. Elevated teams that were not as good.
Yes.
He worked his ass off, which is why when he went to LA and won that Super Bowl, it's this is how good of a quarterback he is. We know that. It's playoffs though, man. And if I'm Detroit, and Dan Campbell and I'm all those guys, I gotta rally the crew.
For sure.
And respectfully, hey, post game, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
If I win.
Yeah. Has he played in Detroit? Is this his first time back?
This is first, yeah. I think so.
I think they've played, but I think it was in LA.
Yeah. I don't think he's played in Detroit.
I don't think he's been back. Yeah. So
and he was hurt too last year. He was banged up. So
that's super tough.
I like the Rams though. I'm
rooting for the Lions, honestly, as a fan, but for the pod, for my picks, for what I think is going to happen, I think the Rams are going to win.
If the Lions had the Eagles here, I'm picking the Lions. If the Lions have the Packers here, I'm picking. Luckily, we don't have to pick that one.
That would have been a really good game.
Especially because Green Bay on Thanksgiving went into Detroit and kicked their ass.
Yeah.
They had that. And then earlier in Lambeau, earlier in the year, Detroit went into Lambeau and kicked their ass. So it's like,
oh yeah,
what is that third game?
Yeah,
the Packer competitive, like, I want to see that matchup is there. But yeah, I think the Lions also, I will just say it now, and this might be crazy. The Rams are a sleeper Super Bowl team.
I would have to agree, dude. I would have to. I didn't think about it until I saw how this the bracket played out, but I would have to agree.
It's one of those teams that's just hot, and you got the coach with experience, and all of a sudden you're like, they got a good shot.
And like, wasn't it when? Sorry to cut you off. When they went to the Super Bowl, didn't they beat the Niners? And it was like a home game for there was some game that was at the Niners stadium, or maybe I might be thinking the other way around.
Yeah.
Because I think it was at SoFi, and there was like it's SoFi's Rams, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I've got it flipped around. Never mind.
Yes.
At SoFi, I guess the Niners played, and it was like a Niners home game.
Yeah.
But
yes.
I messed that up. Sorry.
Yes.
Never mind.
Yes. But. Yeah. It's. I love both of these teams. I really hate having to pick one to go home right now because, again, if the Lions got the Bucks, I'm picking the Lions. If the Rams or Lions get either the Bucks or Eagles, I'm picking them with confidence.
Yeah.
But these two, this is how the bracket lines up, man. It's a tough draw.
It is a tough draw.
Tough draw. Oh, Jesus.
Well, Zay.
Okay.
Take it away for a little bit.
Before I make my pick, Packers, youngest team in the history of the NFL to make the postseason. Ever. The history of the league.
Wow.
I am so proud of Jordan Love, the playoff experience this is going to provide for Matt LaFleur. This is a retooling, rebuilding, whatever you want to call it, year for the Packers. For them to be here is incredible.
Unreal.
It's been an amazing season as a fan to watch Jordan grow his confidence, to develop and look like another great. All of the receiver weapons, like normally when a team runs like 7-8 receivers all snag a catch per game, it's a bad team. But in the Packers, they just got weapons. They got Reed, they got Dobbs, they have Watson when he plays. You got your tight ends back. The only issue, they ran into a Dallas Cowboys team who is the only, I repeat, only undefeated team in the entire NFL at home. 8-0. Not only that, when the Cowboys are at home, they are putting up 37 points per game.
Yeah, I was about to say their margin for victory at home is probably crazy because they had a couple blowouts to start the year, and we were a part of that.
It's
yeah.
But
dude,
so I think, I have been vocal about the Cowboys. Hey, I thought they'd be Adam as a 5 seed. I had them as the best wild card team. You were definitely.
I did too.
Bullish.
I did too. I had more confidence, but I had them at the 5 seed as well.
Yeah. As just an incredible team, in the regular season. In the postseason, it's just really, really tough to trust this team. However, I think the experience, bless you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Dak Prescott is playing at an MVP level. He is playing his best football. I think of his career, CeeDee Lamb is top 3 receiver in football. This team is really good. I've got the Cowboys. As much as my Packers fan in me wants to pick them, that's a tough draw. And I think if they get the Lions, maybe I can feel it a bit more. But Dallas, man, that's a tough team to play.
The undefeated at home. When I learned that from you, kind of blew me away.
Yeah.
These are 2 of the better passing quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
Jordan Love went crazy. Dak turned it around, not as many turnovers.
Yes.
Yep, had the Packers' youngest team on there. I've been a Cowboys believer since the beginning of the year. I said they were going to make the NFC Championship. I wish the Packers got a different team to play in the wild cards, just for your sake, but I'm unfortunately going to have to take the Cowboys. But like you said, dude, something about the playoffs and the Cowboys. It should be an easy, oh yeah, they'll make it to at least the NFC Chip.
Yeah.
Like they've been cooking. I don't think they've made it to the NFC Championship in like a while.
Yeah.
I think it's been a lot, because they've been close. Like the Dez drop, that was a divisional round game, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Like they've been close, but no cigar for a while.
Yeah. And
so it's not as easy as everyone might think.
No, I feel like this is a game a lot of people are just going to take Dallas. They're just going to pick them. And they're not going to consider the Packers. I think the cool thing, too, speaking of returns, it's Mike McCarthy coaching against Green Bay. So you get that kind of fun playoff thing in there. But I think this is a sneaky one where it's like the Packers are playing with nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah. They're the youngest team to ever make the postseason in a retooling year. No one expected them to be here, and they're here. And then you have the Cowboys, who it's like they're jokers. They can't get it done. They can't do this. They're at home. This is a freebie. Again, I'm picking Dallas.
Yeah.
But I can see it. I can see if Aaron Jones is another great game, they can control the clock a little bit. But I think Dallas at home, man, that's no bueno for the Packers.
Yeah. Real quick, I just jumping over the 7th seed in the AFC, the Steelers.
Yeah.
How they've won playoff games the last few years is they try and eat up clock.
Yep.
They try and keep it close, and they try and kick a field goal to win it at the end of the game. So the Packers could try and do a similar game plan. They got Aaron and AJ Dillon. Like they got the backs to just try and run it down their throat all game. Could obviously have Jordan do a little play action, keep them honest. But yeah, man, it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a good game.
Yes.
None of these games are bad.
No.
None of these wild card games are bad. So,
no. I'm really happy with this slate. Nope, not even going to say that. Okay. All right. I'm not going to give another segment where I'm going to have to eat crow down the line. So I'm just going to keep it there. But
we could jump on over to the AFC.
Okay. Take us away, Mo.
All right. Houston and Cleveland. The Texans are the 7th ranked passing team in the NFL.
Yeah.
While the Browns are the best defense in the NFL for average yards per game allowed by a considerable margin to second place in the Chiefs, I believe.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco has been balling, racking up the money from his benefits, whatever they call it. I'm forgetting the word, but
incentives.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Just out of the blue, when Deshaun Watson went down, not gonna say karma isn't a thing, but anyway, we were like, damn, the Browns are done. Nick Chubb, horrific injury.
Dude. Oh my goodness.
Like the fact that they're here right now is insane.
Mm-hmm.
And it's off of the backbone of their defense. Myles Garrett, just God. As you said, can be like 4 freaking rushers because he's just that good. Pro Bowler every year, Defensive Player of the Year candidate every year.
Yeah.
The Texans, though, no one expected them to be here.
Nope.
Especially when the Jacksonville Jaguars were sitting at 8-3.
Oh my! That might have to be another video. But
we might need
to
disgusted on that. Yeah.
Because oh my
obviously
God.
You've been rocking with Trevor, I've been rocking with Ridley.
Yeah.
And they let us down.
Oh my goodness, man.
Obviously, Trevor was trying to play through some things, but if you're that injured, don't play.
Yeah, good thing they kept rolling him out there though, instead of when they're.
But anyway, but
they're not here in the
team.
Texans
they're not here, and they don't matter.
The Texans earned it. So
the Texans did earn it. CJ Stroud is solidified. Everyone, including you and I, when they won that game to drop to second place, what are they doing, bro? What? Do you not want the first overall pick? It all worked out.
Yes, it did.
Bro, you trade your pick. You pick up the second overall pick for a defensive player from Alabama. Like, he's cool. Probably going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Just at least up there, going to be a finalist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just an unbelievable season for the Texans all around. I believe I should have wrote this down. I heard it. First rookie quarterback combo to make the playoffs.
That sounds right.
Ever maybe, but it's definitely a rare feat, if not the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
With all this said, this is going to be an amazing game.
Yeah. I
think I have to go with the experience and take the Browns and the defense, man. I'm again here rooting for the Texans like I was with the Lions, but I just got a little bit of a good feeling about Cleveland, and they've been flowing. So
yeah, this is my biggest eat crow for the rest of this. So let me do it and take my L. Mm-hmm. Texans on draft night. Nope. I'm glad you brought up the regular season. When you lost that game and gave up on the first pick and got the second, I said you were idiots. On draft night, when you traded your first round pick this year as a team that I said was a year away from being a year away in terms of being a competitor, you hit. Will Anderson's a stud. CJ Stroud is a stud. Mid-season, I doubled down when they were struggling. I said, this is why you don't trade that pick. It's on video. I'm caught in 4K. Anyone can pull it up. Multiple times. I don't know how. I quadrupled down against the Texans. And here they are.
We didn't have any hate. I remember us talking about this. We no hate for that, but it's just like.
No, they're a year away from being that's all I said. And I said I loved Stroud. I thought he was going to be great. I thought the whole, he's in Ohio State was stupid. Yeah. I thought the whole, he tested poorly on this. Who gives a shit?
That test is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. You know what's even better than that stupid test? Watch his film.
Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah.
It was so stupid. Which makes this even worse. Because I, along with you, have the Cleveland Browns. Caleb,
my gosh,
my guy, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Caleb. Yeah, bro. Sorry, bro. Bro.
I'm sorry. I've got the Browns, and it is strictly because of that defense. My Lord, you don't want to.
It's ridiculous.
You don't want to play them. And when we talked about the Browns in the preseason, I said they're a team that is 100% capable of being a playoff team. However, I said Deshaun Watson probably has to return to form. Apparently not. You just need Joe Flacco to come in.
Flacco
toss a ton of picks, toss a ton of touchdowns, just do his thing.
Yep.
And to have the best, in my opinion, defense in the league.
Yeah.
And here it is. They're here on the backbone of their defense. This is not a Browns pick I'm making because they beat them a couple weeks ago. Stroud didn't play.
Yeah.
So to me, that game is like, that's cool. They beat them by double digits.
Yep.
In Houston.
Yep.
But they beat him without Stroud. And Davis Mills, no shot at him is no CJ Stroud.
And especially when you've been sitting on the bench all year and you got to knock the rust off. Like Davis, he was solid when he was their starter.
Yeah,
he was fine. But when you're benched and you got to come, oh man, I'm the guy now. It might take a little bit.
And at the end of the season where we got to rack up some wins, like the pressure's on. I'm not used to being in this spot because he's used to the team just being bad.
Yeah, they didn't care. They were kind of happy if they lost.
It's a win-win. If we happen to surprise a team, That's fine, I guess. If we lose, who cares? Like, we're not good. I've got the Browns. However, oh my goodness, the Texans for years to come. We will do plenty of these videos, and I will give plenty of love to the Texans over the years, as I am now, because I'm sorry. I was wrong.
Yeah, it happens, man. But you're a real man for owning up for it.
I pride myself on that when it comes to life and sports. I'm not gonna be someone who triples down and no, I was wrong. That's fine. I'm gonna make wrong. Everyone makes wrong takes. Like people that have covered sports 60 years for their career. You hear some ex-players who make the dumbest takes, like Bol is better than Wembanyama. Oh my God. Anyways,
let's before we dive down that rabbit hole, let's jump over to another fire game. Saw them in Frankfurt, Germany in week 9. The Chiefs happened to win that game 21-14. Obviously, traveling to Germany might cause some players to not be performing their best. Different country, you know. Obviously, these are all excuses, but it's true. People are human.
Yep, exactly.
So that game, obviously, as the Chiefs won, they probably feel like they have the edge, but anything can happen. Chiefs have had a down year. I was watching back some of our videos. How many losses do they have? Do you know? Do you know how many losses?
6? Are they 11-6?
I said I could see the Chiefs having, a 7-6 loss season. Not crazy bad. Just so I'll give myself props there. Just something I caught last night. Dolphins. I gotta own up. Man. And it was, I said it all along. I was like, dude, I know they're good. I honestly thought the Tua stuff from last year was I just didn't see how that was just gone. But it is, and I'm glad because I don't want to wish injuries on anyone.
No.
And he balled out. He was one of the best passers this year. Him and Tyreek were cooking. Tyreek was getting close to breaking the receiving record. He was a couple hundred yards away, but still a damn good season.
Yeah.
The downfall for the Dolphins is it started when that one linebacker who was mic'd up got hurt, bro. I'm forgetting his name. Really good player.
Yeah, Bradley Chubb.
No, before, it was a while ago. It was the dude that was mic'd up, younger kid. I think it was a rookie, and he was having an amazing year.
Yes.
I'm forgetting his name because it happened a little while ago. But it kind of started back then, and it just trickled and trickled and trickled up until last week with just injuries on the defense piling up.
Yeah, man.
Injuries suck, man. I would love to see these teams go head-to-head, fully healthy. Obviously, the Chiefs have been struggling, but with everything going on, all the injuries, it being in Kansas City as well, I'm going to go with the Chiefs here.
I will be joining you in that take, and I think it's weird because this isn't a normal Chiefs team. Normally, it's like, lock them in. AFC Chip, just have them go. Like, I don't really care who they play. They're going to be at home. They da-da-da-da-da. It's not like that this year. I think the issue for me, the Dolphins are 1-5 in matchups against teams with winning records. And you have to win 4 games against 4 teams with winning records to win a Super Bowl if you are the Dolphins. Like you said, they're very banged up, especially their pass rush. It's not good, and you're playing Mahomes. A little Mahomie. Look, a little
Mahomie-esque.
Burrow Mahomie-esque is crazy. But
that one was...
It's just this... I don't want to... You know what? I'm doing it. Lock them. I'm locking Kansas City in with a win. I don't see a world where the Dolphins win this in Arrowhead, and the weather looks to be crappy.
Oh yeah, they're screwed, bro.
It looks
they're
miserable.
Screwed.
I like Kansas City.
Yeah, they're done. They're done.
We might see a Pacheco masterclass.
And
we really might.
He's known to turn up in the when it's needed.
Yes.
He's known to run even angrier when it's needed.
Yeah. And the Dolphins are a good team. Like, I am not trying to talk down on them. That's not what I just truly they can beat the teams that are worse than them. And that's great. That's important because you can't afford to lose those, especially in the AFC.
Yep.
But I don't know. In Arrowhead, playoff time, I don't really care that the Chiefs are on cruise control at this point. I think they're good.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Jumping over to our final wild card matchup, we got the Buffalo Bills hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Zay, start us off, dude. What do you got?
The Bills at 6-6. We talked about them, and we're like, is it over?
Thought it was wraps.
Thought it was wraps. They haven't lost since 5-0. And they look real good doing it. I'll keep this one shorter because I think out of all the wild card ones, it's the least intriguing for the simple fact TJ Watt is out.
So unfortunate.
Killer,
so
man.
Unfortunate. Yep.
It sucks, and the Steelers have the best record on the road of any of these wild card teams. They are a team, and Mason Rudolph, the Mason Rudolph experiment has been fine.
Yep.
I feel like if Watt was healthy, I could see it more, but man, you're playing Buffalo when they're hot out on the road. No TJ Watt. I've got the Bills pretty comfortably in this one. I think this has the most likely chance of being a blowout.
I would have to agree with you. I'm also taking the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
You touched on it. 5-game win streak. It could have been 8.
Yeah.
It was broken up by 2 losses. Week 10 against the Broncos, which was just a horrible loss, but they lost by 2. It was 24-22.
Mm-hmm.
And week 12 in overtime against the Eagles by a field goal.
And that's when we thought the Eagles were locked.
Yep. But, man, sports work in an interesting way.
Yep.
Any team can turn up as long as it's just timing, man. It's all about when you find your groove, and the Bills have found it. TJ Watt is out. I found out Minka Fitzpatrick's coming back. I didn't know he had been injured.
Yeah.
But still, I don't think makes up for the TJ Watt loss.
Yeah, that's
huge.
A killer, man.
Huge.
That really sucks.
Steelers have won 3 straight. They did it to clinch the final wild card spot, so they got a little momentum. But Bills have won 5 straight. They're at home.
Yep.
Gonna go with them.
Yeah. And Najee Harris has really kind of revamped there. It's really interesting to see Najee Harris because he's kind of revamped and changed as a back.
Yeah.
And he's better for it. And Warren is great. Like, there's potential for them to, again, and kind of what I said about the Packers, where it's just like you have the running game kind of operate.
Yeah.
Cook the clock. Maybe Allen is turnover prone. Like, it's one of his biggest issues. So it's like you get a turnover or two, maybe you get a pick 6, some things fall your way, but I really do. What is that big of an impact on that defense that
100%.
Losing him makes things really hard to win on the road in the playoffs?
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, sir.
Yeah, that's the wild card. We only have one difference.
Yeah, and it was our first matchup.
Yes, and that's the one I spent the most time going back and forth on in the NFC. So,
yeah. Well, jumping back over to the NFC, it's time for the divisional. We got the Los Angeles Rams visiting the 1 seed San Francisco 49ers coming off their bye. Zay, give me what do you got here?
I think if you are San Francisco, you are scared.
Yeah.
You are scared.
Especially if they're coming off of the dub at the Lions.
That would make 8 of their last 9 dubs.
Dude,
what? A divisional rivalry. And the Niners beat them earlier in the season by a touchdown, and then they beat them week 18. Or no, the Rams beat them week 18, but the Niners didn't play McCaffrey. They didn't play. It was like that game did nothing for me.
Yeah, for no one. Puka got his record, and
like it did nothing. So really, this is a really big game. If you're San Fran, you're scared. But I also think if you're San Fran, you are the better football team. I've got the Niners advancing. I just think they're too deep. They're solid all around. The Chase Young pickup was really solid. For a cheap price as well.
Yeah.
I like the Niners to win. And the big difference maker is them at home. I had the Rams beating Detroit, but there are some of those external factors at play with Stafford and Goff. I've got the Niners at home.
I am going to agree with you. I also have the San Francisco 49ers at home. Had to break it down again a little bit. Quarterback, I'm taking Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Running back, taking McCaffrey, but don't sleep on Kyron. Kyron's on the come up. Receivers, gonna have to take the 49ers just because of their depth. Just because of their depth. I think they got 1-2 more guys they can.
Oh man,
that's tough though. That's a tough one.
I don't know.
It's just the Rams are the top heavy. The Niners got the depth. Tight end, I'm taking the Niners. Defense, I'm taking the Niners. The pros outweighing the cons for me. They're at home. Like you said, don't sleep on the Rams. Could very well be a Super Bowl sleeper out of nowhere, out of thin air.
Yes.
But gonna rock with the Niners here.
Yeah. I think out of every wild card team that has to play on the road, NFC or AFC, the Rams are the scariest team.
Yeah, 100%.
They're the team you want the least. I'd rather have the Eagles. Packers are great, but they're young. I'd say in the AFC, I'd give it to the Browns.
Yeah.
But I think in the NFC, the Rams, man, that's a tough one.
Dangerous.
But I think the Niners, we've said it all year. I just think they're the best team in the NFC.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
As for the next matchup, you have Bucks Cowboys.
Yep.
I have Eagles Cowboys.
Yep.
Let me just get it out of the way. Cowboys.
Yeah, we can kind of fast forward through that one as well. Then
undefeated at home.
Yeah, man.
Undefeated. They're the better team than Philadelphia. Or Tampa, I think. And
I would agree.
If I'm the Cowboys, I'm just not scared of either of those teams.
I wouldn't be. The only thing is just their demon of not being able to make it far in the playoffs. But
and normally I'm a proponent of that. I'm normally like, man, the Cowboys in the playoffs. I don't love it. I think they get a pretty good draw. Yeah,
they did. They got blessed. Yeah, dude, the 49ers getting the 1 seed got a tougher match.
Yeah.
I think either.
I agree.
Possibly either way, Lions or Rams.
Yeah. So it's
Cowboys got blessed a little bit.
And I guess the only thing that could change is, for example, if like the Lions won, then
it would switch.
The Cowboys would play the Lions.
Yeah.
In Dallas, though, I'm still. Normally, I don't trust Dallas in the playoffs. I feel pretty good about them this year.
The undefeated at home thing is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, that offense is so scary, man. They can drop 40 on you like that, and that Eagles defense is Swiss cheese.
Yep.
They're cutting that thing up.
This is crazy. That's perfect.
If I'm Dak, I'm salivating looking at Philadelphia's defense. Tampa's, I'd feel a little. Yeah, I'd feel a little more scared of. I'd be like, they got some dogs over there. The Eagles have looked so bad the past 6 games that it's like, yeah, come into Dallas.
For sure.
So
I would agree.
Yeah.
Making it easy on ourselves.
Yes. Yeah.
But now I feel like both of these games are a little bit more challenging.
Way more.
Especially the first one.
Yeah. What do you got? What do you got? I'll let you take this one because I don't want to start this.
Dude, the Buffalo Bills, man, are on a heater.
They are.
They'd be at home hosting Kansas City for Patrick's first road playoff game of his career, not counting the neutral site games, I believe.
I think so.
I think that, I think he's had a bye. I don't think he's been on the road. Every time the Patriots went in, we were in Arrowhead. We went to,
I've never thought of this. That is crazy.
It is his first road playoff game. Weather here, we can't really talk about that. Both cold tundra teams.
Yeah.
The Patrick Mahomes thing, I think, is my separator, bro. We haven't seen him on the road other than the neutral site. As much as it hurts me because they're in my division, kind of a rival, I got to go with the Bills here.
So in Buffalo is big.
Yep.
It's really interesting because Mahomes has been a kryptonite to the Bills, as he has been with the AFC.
Most.
I mean, just every team. The Browns, the Ravens, anyone, right?
The West,
or Bengals.
West. Yeah.
Yes. Like they're studs out there. I think if there's any year Buffalo can pull it off, it's this one.
The time is now.
However, I have Kansas City on the road winning. I just still feel weird about Buffalo. I get they're hot right now.
Yep.
And they're kind of like, to me, and I don't like, not as teams, but just the way they kind of operate, feel like the AFC's Dallas Cowboys.
They are 100%, dude. 100%. They sell every time the rules get changed for them. They still lose. But
yes. It's like I
100%. I've never thought of that. Wow.
I haven't until right now. I didn't even have that as a no. I'm just looking at the way I'm talking about the Bills, and I'm like, this feels reminiscent of how I talk about the Cowboys.
Wow.
And I've hit the point with Mahomes where I give him the Tom Brady treatment, where until I see otherwise, I've got to have him just win the 50-50 games.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, I really think Buffalo's got a really, really good chance of beating them this year. Like
this, for me, this has to be it. After all the loss, this has to be it.
I totally get that.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that at all.
Yep.
I'm giving Mahomes the Brady treatment, and I think as suspect as those receivers are, and my goodness, are they suspect? Even Kelsey.
Kelsey, bro. Yeah, man, it's been tough. It's been a tough year for everyone. Their O-line even a little struggling. Not just everything has been. The only thing that's been consistent, and it took him a while to get on the field, was Chris Jones.
Yeah. He just had to hold out and let the team know, like, hey, you need
pay me because I'm like that. And then he came back, and guess what? He was like that.
Yeah. So I've got the Chiefs, but man, this does not feel good to pick Kansas City.
That's it. That's a toss up. That's picking that. I feel like that's a wake up game day. What are we feeling?
Yep. And who knows? Maybe Buffalo wins by 30, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh man,
Chiefs are toast.
And the Chiefs squeak by at home against Miami, and it's like, okay, this I might regret this pick in a week from now.
Yep.
So
only time will tell.
Last divisional matchup.
Yep.
Which is holy crap. So for me, at least, 3 of the 4 of these matchups are against division rivals.
Oh, shit.
I didn't realize.
For you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That would be sick.
At this point, the Chiefs and Bills are rivals.
Basically. Yep.
So this game, Mo, I have my preseason pick for MVP. Lamar Jackson is going to win MVP. I said if the Ravens are healthy, there's a real chance they're the best team in the AFC.
Yep.
That was my preseason statement. They held up their end of the bargain, so it's time I hold up mine. I've got the Ravens winning, but I don't feel good about going against that Browns defense, man.
Yeah, the defense versus offensive matchup here is going to be insane.
Yeah.
The kicker for me, I think, is Baltimore's defense stopping Cleveland's offense.
Yes. That is my deciding factor as well. The Browns defense is incredible, and it's good enough to keep them in the game against any team in the playoffs. I don't care who you say. You could even go to the NFC side, the Niners, the Cowboys, the Eagles if you got them, the Lions, whatever. Their defense is good enough to beat any team on the road, at home. It doesn't matter. I think the kicker is the Browns offense is, if we're including both defenses, both offenses, is the most suspect part of this game.
For sure. And they're not bad. I love Amari Cooper, David Njoku.
Yes.
Has Jerome Ford been RB1?
Yes, Jerome Ford's been good.
Yeah, they've been. I really like. Yeah, I really like their weapons on offense. Yeah. Like I'm not. They're not bad.
No,
I just think the Ravens with Lamar heading to their offense. Zay Flowers cooking rookie year.
Yeah,
their run game stepped up a lot.
Yes,
just
it feels like the Ravens just have not been healthy for years, and it's been their kryptonite. They had to start Tyler Huntley in the playoffs last year, and still almost beat the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Yep.
This feels like the year they finally got healthy, and normally they get injured in like the wild card if they are healthy in the playoffs. They don't have to worry about that. They get a free pass, getting that 1 seed. I love Baltimore this year.
Yeah,
they were the preseason guys. I was really like, oh, don't let them be healthy if you're another team. And I just like them, but Joe Flacco against his former team,
dude. Oh, yo! Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Dude, why did oh my gosh.
There's a lot.
Dude, they cooked with the script this year.
They did.
The storylines.
I know.
It's like storybook, bro.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. And we didn't even talk about it because it's a little more obvious, but this is Tyreek's first time in Kansas City against them.
His first time playing against them, or
in Arrowhead, because they played this season in Germany, but he's gonna be on the road. And
damn, bro, this is crazy.
Lot. I could see a Joe I can't believe it's 2024, and I'm saying this. I could see a Joe Flacco masterclass
pushing them to the AFC chip
against his former team. So. In the way I feel about the Rams in the NFC, I feel about the Browns in the AFC.
Yeah, man, they're dangerous, bro. It's a little bit of the opposite. The Rams got that explosive offense, a little bit of defense. Browns got the explosive defense, a little bit of offense. And
Joe Flacco has played like Jameis Winston this year, where he'll throw for 4 touchdowns, and you're like, holy crap, he's balling. And then he'll have like 2 picks and a fumble.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because
they come out with a win. And yes, their defense can be like, all right, well, you threw that pick, but we got you. We'll hold them to 3 points, even though you turned it over at the 10-yard line. It doesn't matter. We got you.
So crazy.
I've got the Ravens, but man, oh man,
same.
I want this game so bad. I want a Browns-Ravens matchup.
That would be so sick, dude. That would be so sick.
Another storyline, didn't even talk about it in the wild card. It's the team that traded away Deshaun Watson. I mean, they're not playing against him, but they're playing against the team they traded him to.
Yeah. Jeez,
so,
dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of storylines in here that are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But we're on to the conference. We have the same NFC, right?
Yep.
So we're good there. AFC,
we're good there.
You've got the Bills. I have Kansas City. Take it away in the NFC, Mo.
So, I said the Cowboys would make the NFC Championship.
You did.
I never was confident enough to say they'd make it to the Super Bowl because of this exact situation.
Yeah.
For me, it's been, or actually, I might have had the Eagles, bro. I think I was having the
I think
the
we
Eagles
both
were going to be the 1 seed. Yeah,
we both did.
Damn, but I thought the Cowboys were going to beat the. Okay, whoa! Hold on, Bo. I just cooked in my own head.
There's no Eagles.
And I said that the Cowboys would be making the chip, which means they would have had to have gone through this team in front of them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Daron Bland, pick 6.
Oh,
4 game. Give me the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys.
So
Dak, masterclass. Tony Pollard, mid all year, but masterclass. Jake Ferguson, 2 tutties.
Oh. So
it's gonna be a shootout.
Holy crap, Mo.
Give me the Cowboys.
So I don't like to pull from regular season games too often because circumstances are way different. However, in this game, when they played, I believe it was week 5, I think, they played in San Francisco. And the Niners mollywopped them 42-10. Absolutely destroyed them. It was when, oh my goodness, the Cowboys are frauds again. Da-da-da-da-da. And then Dak Prescott said, let me go MVP.
That game locked them in.
So I'm picking the Niners. However,
Respect.
However, I'm, again, normally not like this with the Cowboys in the playoffs, but this kind of feels like if there's a year you're going to see Dallas in the Super Bowl, this is the most confident I've felt in a minute. I just trust San Francisco at home. No, Brock Purdy isn't the MVP, and I'm glad Lamar kind of exposed that, but he is a very sound quarterback. That defense is so good, but McCaffrey is just dangerous. I think if this game is in Dallas, I'd lean their way, but I like the Niners at home in this one.
Respect. I'm just praying that the Cowboys were watching that 49ers-Ravens game very closely and maybe cooked up some schemes off of what the Ravens were doing. Hopefully shut them down. But either way, I mean, honestly, I can see either one of these teams being the Super Bowl, being in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But
top 2 seeds
even
for a
winning.
reason.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. So I respect your pick, man. But jumping over to the AFC, you have the Chiefs. I have the Bills. Your Chiefs are up there now, so take it away.
This is where a changing of the guard happens. This is where the Baltimore Ravens say, Mahomes, you've been a thorn in the league side for the past, ever since he started. I mean, let's be honest. Ever since he started in Kansas City with Andy Reid, with this nucleus that they still have intact, the Baltimore Ravens this year are different. They are an incredibly good football team with, in my opinion, the best quarterback this season in Lamar Jackson. In Baltimore, the crowd is going to be they're going to be going ballistic.
Yep.
I've got the Ravens with the win, going to the Super Bowl to square off against the 49ers, a matchup that was the Harbaugh brothers back in 2012, 2013, somewhere in there, with the Joe Flacco team. Colin Kaepernick matchup. But yeah,
unreal. That feels like yesterday.
Like it does. And that's the one where the lights went out too.
Yeah.
And it was insane. But yeah, I think Baltimore makes their return. I love this team, man. I really do. And I hope it doesn't bite me in the ass. But I've got them going against the Niners.
I love it. In my scenario, I got the Bills versus the Ravens. I'm also going to be taking the Ravens to win that game. Buffalo's, what would that be? 5, 6, 7 game win streak comes to an end in the conference championship. Dude, riding a 7-game win streak into that is crazy. That's crazy. But what I've been feeling, Ravens have just looked like the team to beat for a while now. I'm gonna rock with them. I'm gonna give them the edge at home.
Yeah, I can't blame you. I really love Baltimore.
They just have looked so far ahead of almost everyone else.
Yeah, and they're kicking teams' butts that are really good. Like,
yes,
it's not just that they're beating up on like the Commanders, and then they're beating up, like, no disrespect, I can't believe the Commanders again. I don't know what it is with me just hating them. I don't have a problem, but for some reason I can't keep bringing them up.
It just comes to them. It just comes to
like
comes to mind.
My brain instantly thought of bad teams and goes Commanders. Yeah, they throttled the team I have them meeting in the Super Bowl on Christmas, and yeah, but I'll let you take it away first because your matchup is in there. You got Cowboys, Ravens, Mo. Who do you got?
For all the marbles, we found out before the video the game would be played in Las Vegas.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna be electric. Gonna be a pretty even split amount of fans in that scenario if these were the two teams.
Very.
I'm gonna have to ride Big Truz MVP. I think the Ravens defense has just been slightly better than the Cowboys defense, while the Cowboys offense has probably been slightly better than the Ravens offense. It's not by much, and as of lately, I would probably have to take the Ravens. So I'm just gonna stick with what I've seen recently and ride it into the Super Bowl. I got the Ravens winning it all. Zay, but for your matchup, 49ers and the Ravens, what do you got here?
So it's pretty jockey having both the 1 seeds, but I truly, truly believe they are the best 2 teams in their respective conferences. I said it in the preseason. They haven't let me down. Big Trust has not let me down.
Yeah.
And I think seeing Baltimore dismantle the Niners on Christmas. It's tough to beat a team twice in a year. It really is. And the Niners are a really tough team to beat twice in a year, especially when this time around it's a neutral field. It's in Vegas. It's on the big stage.
In this matchup, they'd have probably quite a bit more fans.
Yeah, it would be a banger. I am honestly hoping this is the Super Bowl because I think it's the most fun outcome. Obviously, I'm a Packers fan. Yeah, I'd like to see the Packers in. But let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a success of a season. I don't need to get too greedy. We're going to see plenty of Jordan Love Super Bowls for years to come. At least 5.
Yeah.
Definitely more than that previous scrub who played in Green Bay. Only 1. Are you kidding me? 1. Jordan Love's getting at least 2. But yeah, I've got the Ravens beating the Niners. I think it would be a super fun matchup. Lamar winning regular season MVP and Super Bowl MVP in the same season. That's my pick. Both of us with the Baltimore Ravens. Bet on it. No Zac Efron. No High School Musical. That's what we got, baby. That's what we got.
Wow. Zay, I love how at the end of the day we have our differences, but we always seem to be on common ground at some point. And we started off a lot and we ended it similar. So
yeah.
I love it, man.
It's going to be great. These playoffs are going to be awesome. I cannot wait to watch all of these matchups unfold. I've just been doing a ton of research, getting stuff ready. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. Let us know your picks. We came back with a long video because it's been a minute and we got a lot to say.
While.
Yeah, we
missed.
We hadn't talked about these teams in a minute.
We had to get it out.
Yeah. So it's going to be awesome. We both got the Ravens, but let us know who you guys got. Do you agree with our Super Bowl picks? Do you agree with our wild card picks? Right? Like,
here. Let me show y'all one more time, bro. Let me show y'all one more time, just so y'all can. Just if you guys want to comment, let us know. Yeah. Obviously, this is a little mixed up. We got both of our picks in here, but
yes,
go back through. I'll timestamp as best as I can.
Yeah,
let us know. Let us know.
Yeah. And I think we can post this on socials as well, or both of our separate brackets too.
For sure.
So we can definitely get negative comments about how
great. I love that. Great idea. You're hard.
But yeah. So yeah, those are our picks. But how we end pods. You know what we do.
We're back with another year of Song of the Pod after every ep, giving the people what they need, giving the people the most music. Part.
Yeah,
dude. Huge part of everyone's life. Zay, what do you got, man?
So I had a song listed. I'm taking it back. The song I'm picking, 2024 by Playboi Carti. It's only right. We kicking off the new year. New content, new videos. We back. We're getting it right. Even though my lovely girlfriend got me tickets to go see him. And he awesomely enough decided, let's reschedule. So got no clue. Probably won't happen now.
Probably canceled forever.
Probably can't. It's probably just not happening. And even though he's released all these singles, the album's not coming. So
album's not dropping either. Yep.
So hope you enjoyed those singles. That's it.
That's all y'all are getting.
But yeah, no, that's the song.
2 of them. 2 or 3 of them still haven't been dropped on his YouTube, so they're just
So, but I've had to add workarounds to listen to even 2024. Like ironically enough,
it's insane.
So yeah, but, that's the song I got. Mo, go ahead.
I love it. No, I love it. A song that'll be a little bit more easier access, on all streaming platforms. Song by Wi-Fi's Funeral. Lost in Time, featuring Coil Ray. Love the beat. He's talking his talk on that, dude. He's talking. So great song. Give it a listen.
Yeah,
that's what I got.
He was a big part of the SoundCloud, come up with X and Ski and Curry and all those guys.
So shout out Kobe for putting me on this song. Shout out to Kobe.
I guess
haven't really listened to Wi-Fi a lot, but I like this song. Probably gonna do a little dive in. So
yeah. I remember liking his SoundCloud stuff. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't listened to him in a minute, so I might have to tap in as well.
It's a great song, man.
Yeah. But that's the video for y'all. Thank you for sticking around. Let us know your picks. It feels good to shake the rest off.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore Ravens, we rocking with y'all. Please don't mess. I'm begging you not to make us eat crow.
Flock. Yeah, no, seriously, please,
because I ate a lot of crow in this video.
And I'm also gonna throw my month's rent on. So if they don't hit, I'm gonna get evicted. No pressure though.
No pressure though, guys. So yeah, feel free to go win that, Baltimore. I'll probably throw some money too. F it. Why not? It's the Super Bowl, bro.
It's the Super Bowl, man. You got to.
Yeah. But that's the video for y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sneak peek. Next vid is all-star picks in the NBA, starters and reserves. I'm excited for that one because there's a lot of love to go around. The league is real good this year. If you're not tapping in, you're missing out. So
for sure.
Yeah. We will see y'all in the next video. Hope you had a great New Year.
Thanks for tuning in. Yep.
We happy to be back.
We'll see y'all in the next one, everybody. Appreciate it.
Peace.
Thank you.